Turn the mic on?
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome, folks, to the Farmington ZBA meeting. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. What's that? You guys hear me all right? Right. I'd like to introduce the Zoning Board of Appeals members, Tom Lay, who's absent tonight. And then to my left, that's all the way down to my left, and then Jody Bennix to my left, and then to my right, Ralph Aquino, Kelly Cochran. And then our town staff is Ron Brand, Director of Development, Paula Ruthven, our zoning officer, Carol, ever so popular Marvin, clerk of boards. Okay. We have two emergency exits, one that you came into and one to your guys' right. If we need to use them, hopefully we don't. This meeting will be conducted in accordance to the rules of procedure the Zoning Board of Appeals adopted January 27th, 2025. I'd like to have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Ellie, second.
Second.
By Ralph, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. We had legal notice for tonight's agenda published in the Daily Messenger on Friday, June 17th, 2025 for ZB 2025-0501, Ed and Joanne Orgahai. I hope I get these names close. Orgy. Okay. Try to remember that. Okay. And ZB 2025-0502, Todd Cunningham. ZB 2025-0503, Michael Beezer or Bezer? Beezer. Okay. And then ZB 2025-0504, Vance Napello. Napel? Try to get these right the next time I come across them. Okay. So, that said, I'd like to open the first public meeting hearing for ZB 2025-0501, Ed and Joanne Orgy, 803 Hook Road, Farmington, New York, 14425, requesting an area variance for a tax map account 17.00-2-31.000 to allow relief from town code requirement, chapter 165, schedule 1, front setback 60 feet minimum. The applicant is proposing a 7-foot by 14-foot deck with a front setback of 49 feet. Property is zoned RR-90. I'd just like to state on the record, I live at 855 Road, Farmington, down the street. I don't know or I have nothing to gain from this. Just letting you know. So who's going to speak on behalf?
I don't know what you need to know.
Well, first, I need your name and address for the record. We have to,
Okay,
then
Gwen Morgy.
you can come on up to the,
Talk.
just a little bit.
I just said that. I said, oh God, I don't want to do anything. Sure, you want to listen? Sure. Gwen Morgy, 803 Hook Road, Farmington 14425. What's the question?
Do you have anything to say to us about it?
Well, the reason that we're here is because apparently when our house was built, it was a little too close to the road to begin with, according to the 60 feet. So we had no idea, and my garage is already 6 feet in front of that, so we're just adding it's like an L shape, so from the garage over to the front door is what we're doing a porch for, our deck, so. And then they said you're too close, but the house is already too close, and so is the garage. But it's even with the garage, a foot closer to the road than the garage. And I don't know, but everyone on our road has put a deck. Don't know if they've had variances or not, so I don't know them. But, you know, we did a new tin roof and we thought the deck would look really nice.
And we have crumbling.
Crumbling
concrete
front
steps.
steps.
No, I saw that.
That's the big one. Thank you,
No problem.
that's it.
That's it. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, comments?
Yeah, we drafted two resolutions for tonight. One for satisfying the state environmental review. The other one approval with conditions, standard conditions for decks that we've had on numerous occasions. I assume you have seen the resolutions?
The draft resolutions?
I don't know, no, what have we seen, have we seen that?
No.
No.
You have copies.
Yeah, there's a copy.
Yeah, there's copies. Grab one. It's a draft resolution to approve it, just with some conditions if you
Oh, the one
want
that I
to
filled out with,
take a look at it.
Looked up.
No, this would have been sent last Friday,
Got a letter, never got a draft
Why
resolution.
don't you grab a copy, sir?
a letter, did you get a letter?
Got a letter in paper here. We didn't get, where's the
Let
resolution?
me just go grab a copy.
So I think 0501, I think does that say 0501 at the top?
Yes.
So
Gotta go
there's,
Yep.
there's,
Thanks.
um,
Well, there's a whole bunch of them.
right, and then there's, one of them's the seeker, one of them's,
no, we did not get
Mhm.
both of these, this one and this.
one of each of those, yep.
Which
He,
one do you have?
Right,
The
the
draft,
top one.
you have the top.
Look at the one with the 5 proofs.
It's only one
I'll
paper.
be coming back to you about
Okay.
read it and understood it. So.
so this would have been sent to your email, Friday.
Oh,
So you gotta understand, you can give it a read as I go through the rest of the meeting. When I come back to you,
sure.
I'll ask you if you read it and understand it.
Okay, sure.
All the other resolutions are up there too, if anyone else needs them.
Any public comments from the floor? Do see, I thought we had one person online. No? See anyone from online, any comments? Hearing none, how about board members, any questions for these folks?
No.
No. Okay, no other public comments? All right, I close this public hearing. So we move on to the next one. ZB 2025-0502. Todd Cunningham at 1674 Lily Grove Court, Farmington, New York, 14425. Requesting an area variance for tax map account 41.10-1-321.100. Allow relief from the town code required incentive zoning conditions. Front setback 40-foot minimum. The applicant is proposing a 7-foot by 18-foot roof over the entrance patio in the front set, with the front setback of 35 feet. The property is zoned RR-80 incentive zoning. Who will be speaking on behalf of this application? And state your name and address for the record, Wendy.
Good evening. My name is Todd Cunningham, I live at 1674 Lily Road. We have we're on the cul-de-sac, we're part of Auburn Meadows, so we have the separate cul-de-sac off in Michigan. And of the 33 houses in there, I think there's 4 that are not the same model as ours. So when we first built Ryan home with the Ryan, we asked them to have a porch put on, they said, no, that's not what they do, because it's not part of the specs or whatever. So my wife and I decided not to do that, and we actually pulled a permit back in 2020 before COVID hit. And we were getting ready to do the work, and then there was a whole bunch of supply issues. So one thing led to another, we put a pool in instead, and then here we are now with the hailstorm. We have to get a full roof replacement, we're getting 3 sides of our house. So we figured this was a great time to add that porch that we wanted 5 years ago. When I did pull the permit, recently, I was told that I needed to get a variance now. Before I didn't need a variance, but now I have to have a variance apparently. That was something they overlooked apparently at that point. I live almost on a bend, so the 35-foot or the 40-foot setback is on the front corner of my garage, and my house kind of sits cockeyed, if you will. So the right side where we're gonna put the porch on is actually 44 feet from the setback. But just the way all the angles work and everything, it's just better off that I have a variance to make sure everything is up to code, if you will. No pun intended, but just to make sure that everything is covered on our part, so we don't have to worry about any of those issues. One of the stipulations I did see in the draft was it's gonna follow the contour, which is the same pitch of the roof that's currently there, which is totally true. We're just extending the roof line from the garage out about another, I think 24, 26 inches or something like that. So it's gonna sit on top of the patio that's going there with the concrete now, so. It's just like they said, it's just covering. And it's gonna stay open as well, just, I saw that in the draft, to make sure it stays open, it's gonna stay open, so you're just gonna see the 4 pillars holding up the beam and stuff like that. That's all I have, unless you have questions.
Did you want to comment? Staff comments.
Yeah, the only thing I'd add to what Mr. Cunningham said was that the town board did change these incentive zoning regulations like 3 years ago now. There was a big to-do over patio lots in the Auburn Meadows project. And it resulted in amendments to the code. So that's why you,
And I'm one of those rare, I'm not a patio lot, even though I'm in Auburn Meadows, the reason that's that, because I bought from the county. I bought the property behind me that's on New Michigan, it used to be 1637 New Michigan, and I combined them. So my lot is no longer a patio lot, it's a conventional lot. So that was one of the stipulations back then too, I couldn't have a pool, but I was able to because I bought the
Yeah.
extra part behind me. You know what I mean, so I have the whole thing now.
so we drafted 2 resolutions. One to satisfy seeker, the second one approval with conditions, standard. A lot of them sound pretty much the same as the conditions for the previous one.
Good.
But
You're all set?
thank you.
You okay? Public comments from the room? Hearing none, I still think we have no one online. Okay. I'll close that public hearing. Move on to the next one. ZB 2025-0503. Michael Bezier. 6169 County Road 41, Farmington, New York, 14425. Requesting an area variance for tax map account 41.06-1-15.000 to allow relief from town code required in chapter 165-58A. All accessory structures in the zoning district shall be located in the rear yard portion of a lot, principal structure. And shall have a minimum rear setback 5 feet. The applicant is proposing a 12-foot by 20-foot shed that has been interpreted not to be the rear portion of a lot. The property is zoned RS 25 residential suburban. So please state your name as for the record.
Good evening, I'm Michael Beazer from 6169 County Road 41. The reason why I'm trying to place the shed where I think it's the most logical place on the property. I have a survey of the property itself. It's kind of a uniquely shaped property where I have 5 neighbors to the rear of my property from off of Coral Drive. Smaller lots that butt up right against the property. This proposed location would be the furthest from them, so it's not going to disturb them. If I put it on my rear property line, I have all of the tree. The foliage is all on my property line, so I end up clearing all of that at the rear of the property, thereby having 20 feet of shed being exposed to my rear neighbors. This is going to keep it probably the most discreet part of the property. I am a corner lot, but it's not, we think of a corner lot because I have a lot of buffer space with New Michigan. From the walkway itself, from the furthest point, just my property line is almost 48 feet. And it's not gonna be on the property line, it's gonna be at least a setback of 20 to 30 feet from the property line itself. I do have, I don't know if there'll be any assistance to the board, but I do have a couple photographs just showing just how dense the foliage is from both New Michigan as well as the view from my property out towards New Michigan. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to see it on New Michigan. I have some evergreens as well, so even during the winter time. A lot of the properties along New Michigan behind me are all through lots. So the rear lots face New Michigan. So you'll see some structures, some sheds, so I don't think it's gonna be out of character with the neighborhood.
Yeah, guys, want to see the pictures? I had to drive by, so I saw it, so I knew what you were talking about.
By everyone's. Driven by it, it's included in there.
Yep.
Okay, you all set?
Alright.
Okay. Staff comment?
Yeah, the only, I did talk with Mr. Beazer. Welcome to Farmington. Glad you found a nice place to live. We have had some issues over there with some of the neighbors in the Auburn Meadows project, which he referred to as neighbors in the backyard. Some of them have made footpaths and dug into the banks of the Auburn Trail, which we have asked that they not do that. And that's one of the conditions here, that we would like to work with the landowner and get that corrected, because that presents a liability to the town for any damage that they cause to the trail, any injuries, people walking the trail, seeing a path, wondering, well, let's see where this goes. And then they are trespassing on Mr. Beazer's property.
Yeah, I was a little surprised once I purchased the house to go in the back, because it's all wooded area, and I find 3 paths. Ironically, there's a sign at the front of the trailhead saying private path, which
Yeah.
private because it's close to my property, so it'll create a little bit more work for me, but I was planning on removing them anyway.
Well, we appreciate that. The Parks and Highway Superintendent wants to maintain that trail and protect the liability issues that go with people wanting to enter it. We have designated points of entry, and one of them is just down the path from you.
Have you seen people on these marked paths behind your house?
No, but they went or they don't even, I don't even access through my woods, so
Oh,
we
okay.
need to search. I don't know if they thought it was town property because I have a wedge safe property. And I've known one of the properties started to clear trees on my property. I think they just assume it's town property, so they start to encroach because they're 1/4 acre lots, apparently are big enough for them, so they start to. I mean, I have a swing set on my property, apparently, it's dug in with timbers into the ground. We got Adirondack chairs, they are using my wooded area as their expanded backyard, so. I'm not thrilled with it, but, you know. I actually appreciate being written in the variance, because gives me. The cover from the town from having to remove these, which were gonna be removed anyway, but.
I'm all set.
All right, any public comments from the room or online? I'm the same amount of people, anyone from in here? We're good, all right. I'll close the public hearing.
Thank you.
Next, ZB 2025-0504 Vance Napel. Pinnacle. Try to. 5050 Rushmore Road, Elmira, New York, 14522. Requesting an area variance for tax map account 18.00-2-10.310 to allow relief from town code requirement, chapter 165, article 5, section 62B. That swimming pools shall be located in the rear yard portion of the whole lot, not closer than 10 feet to the side or rear property lines. Due to the orientation of the house on the lot, the backyard is technically considered the front yard. Property is zoned A-80 agriculture. So, team, the name and address for the record.
Vance Canapel, 5050 Rushmore, Palmyra, New York. 522. Yeah, we're trying to put the pool, let's put it in the backyard, what we call the backyard, but because the orientation of the house to the road, the backyard is actually our leach field. Or the legally, I guess, backyard is the leach field of the house. So the back points towards the west and the south towards the pond. And we'd like to be able to put a pool in there and in that place. Fingers crossed for my kids going. that we get this all installed and it's clean, there's nobody, I mean, nobody can see the pool from the yard, the road. The only spot is the sky, they're flying over there on the plate, I didn't see it. But yeah, that is pretty straightforward, I think.
Okay. Staff comments?
Again, two resolutions, if you've seen them.
Good.
And basically, the orientation of the house, the setback from the road, all are factors that have in the past warranted other variances for a hot tub and I think a sugar shack
Yep.
at one time that never got built, that I understand.
The sugar house, both of them have.
Okay,
Yep. Sugar house is back on, that's on the east side of the house.
okay. I couldn't see it from the road.
Yeah, it's sort of hard one with the crops.
But we have the standard conditions there. You know, if they're gonna have lights, the one thing that they didn't ask for was a deck around that would interfere with the.
So that there's no lighting.
And that would be separate.
If we ever do, yeah.
Yeah, if they ever do, they gotta come back. That's all.
And that's all? All right. Public comments from the room? Fine, as far as staying participants, no one, so. All right, I'll close the public hearing. All right, we move on to board deliberations and decisions. So first one up. ZB 2025-0501 area variance. That is Joanne.
Orgy. I know, you could say that a bunch of different ways.
Can I get a motion to waive the seeker and accept it as presented to us by the town staff?
I'll motion.
Second.
Kelly? All in favor?
Aye.
Say, right? So you have now read the draft?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you understand everything that's in it?
Yes.
Okay, yep. So can I have a motion to waive the reading of the complete findings and decision resolution and accept the determination and conditions as submitted by the town staff?
I'll motion. Oh,
Motion by Kelly, second by, I'll say Huff. All in favor? Aye. Okay. So that. The board based upon its review of the record on this application finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community or neighborhood. And therefore, the requested area variance to erect an open air deck with railing 49 feet from the front lot line of Hook Road instead of the required 60 feet is approved with the following condition. First, the exterior of the porch addition is to match, to the extent practical, the exterior treatment of the existing structure. 2, the porch addition shall not be enclosed. 3, any light fixtures to be installed as part of the proposed porch addition shall comply with the town's dark sky lighting regulation contained in chapter 165 of the town code. Okay, 4, a building permit shall be obtained by the applicant prior to the start of construction. Okay, so can I get a roll call vote?
aye.
Yes.
Aye, he says. Aye.
Aye.
That you have your variance.
Thank you.
Hello, where you go?
Thank you. Not good. Thanks.
Okay. Next would be ZB 2025-0502 area variance Todd Cunningham.
I'll make a motion to waive the reading of the seeker and approve the resolution as submitted by the town staff.
Motion by Jody, second by
Second.
Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Can I get a motion to waive the reading of the complete findings and decisions resolution and accept the determination conditions as submitted by the town staff?
I'll motion.
Jody,
I'll second.
second by Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So the board, based upon its reviews of the record on this application, finds that the benefits to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community or neighborhood, and therefore the requested area variance to erect an open air roof over the top of an existing patio, resulting in a 35-foot front setback from Louis Brook Court instead of the required 40 feet, was approved with the following conditions. 1, the roof addition is to match to the extent practical the roof of the existing structure. 2, the roof addition shall not be enclosed. Any light fixtures to be installed as part of the proposed roof addition shall comply with the town's dark sky lighting regulations contained in chapter 165 of the town code. Building permit shall be obtained by the applicant prior to the start of construction. That's number 4. Okay, you understand all that? Okay, can I get a roll call vote?
Kelly,
Aye.
Jody,
Aye.
Ralph,
Aye.
Chairman York.
Aye. See that your variance. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to waive the reading of the seeker resolution and approve the resolution as it's been submitted by the town staff for ZB 2025-5-0503.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Ralph, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, can I get a motion to waive the reading of the complete findings of the decision resolution and accept the determinations and conditions as submitted by the town staff?
A motion.
Kelly, second by
Second.
Jody, all in favor?
Aye.
You've seen these.
Yes.
The board, based upon its review of the record on this application, finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community or neighborhood, and therefore the requested area variance to erect a freestanding storage shed in the side yard portion of the lot is approved with the following conditions. 1, the exterior of the storage shed is to match to the extent practical the exterior design and color of the principal structure. 2, the site's natural vegetative cover provides a good buffer between the proposed storage shed and the adjacent residential properties to the south and from the intersection of County Road 41 and New Michigan Road. In the event this natural buffer area no longer exists, the property owner will then be required to install a new landscape buffer along the west and south sides of the storage shed. In such event, the town code enforcement officer shall be required to approve of a new landscape buffer next to the storage shed. 3, any lights fixtures to be installed as part of the proposed storage shed shall comply with the town's dark sky lighting regulation contained in chapter 165 of the town code. 4, there shall be no water connection made to the proposed storage shed. 5, the existing walking paths located in the rear yard portion of the subject property that are being used by the adjacent property owners to the south for private access to the town Auburn Trail are to be discontinued and closed off permanently by the property owner prior to the town code enforcement officer issuing a certificate of compliance for the proposed storage shed. And then 6, the building permit for the proposed storage shed shall be obtained by the applicant prior to the start of construction. Understand all of those?
Dude, thank you.
Okay, we'll follow roll, please.
Kelly,
Aye.
Jody,
Aye.
Ralph,
Aye.
Chairman York.
Aye. Do your variance.
Thank you.
Okay, next. ZB 20250504, area variance, Vance Motel. Get it right there, time close. There you go.
I'll motion to waive the reading of the seeker resolution and approve the resolution as submitted by the town staff.
Motion by Kelly, second by
I'll second.
Jody. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The board, based upon its review of the record on this application, finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community.
You need to make a motion for that.
I'm sorry. You're right, yep, thank you. I have a motion to waive the reading of complete findings and decisions and accept the determinations and conditions. Motion by Ralph, second by
I'll second.
Jody. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Straightened out. Start over on that. The board, based upon its review of the record on this application, finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh any known detriment to the community or neighborhood, and therefore the requested area variance to erect a 20-foot above ground swimming pool and accessory units in the front yard portion of the site is approved with the following conditions. One, the swimming pool is to be placed and maintained within the area shown on the information submitted with the variance application. Any changes to this location shall require reconsideration. Two, the area variance does not include a deck to be attached to the above ground pool. Such a desire will involve a separate area variance application. Three, any lights fixtures to be installed as part of the proposed portion. In addition to this shall comply with the town's dark sky lighting regulation contained in chapter 165 of the town code. And the building permit before shall be obtained by the applicant prior to the start of construction. Okay, roll call vote.
Kelly,
Aye.
Jody,
Aye.
Ralph,
Aye.
Chairman York.
Aye. All right, you have your variance.
Thank you.
Okay. Other board matters. There's none, so any public comment, open forum discussion? None from online. Anybody else in the room? We're good? I'm good. Director of Development update.
You may have noticed that tall structure down in Canandaigua, with the curtain hanging down. We call it the shower curtain. It's there for the purpose of sandblasting the welded joints for the tower that sits on top of that big pedestal. Hopefully that project will be wrapped up here this fall and able to start using it for the benefit of both Farmington and Canandaigua Water District customers. The other thing is the town newsletter has gone to the printers, I understand. It'll be coming out shortly. So there's an opportunity for you to catch up on everything that's going on here in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, Kelly, I just,
I don't want to hear
okay.
it. We're gonna have a new branch in Syracuse before I get one here.
I think you're right. I don't understand. But anyways, the recently you took action on a area variance for sidewalks over on Gateway and Lastermill. And we've now learned that the owner of that wants to talk to the planning board. Oh, why? But anyways, I'll keep you posted on where that goes. And then we do have a solar farm coming in over on Mount Payne. They're pulling together all the data on that, and hopefully they'll be able to answer all the questions we've had. With that, that's all I have for tonight.
Okay. Paul?
All I really have to share is we've gone to our new software system, few bumps in the road, but overall, I really think that the system is working. It's much
She's
easier.
calling me a bump.
No,
Worked well. That was
Yeah.
the first one.
yeah, you were the first one, yep. So, but overall, I think once we get everything ironed out, I think everyone will enjoy it more than our old system.
We have a meeting next month.
We do. We do have a meeting next month, July 28th.
Do we know what it is?
Right now I have two, I believe. One of them, we have two. Yeah. John, I know one of them is a pole barn. Trying to blank on the other one.
You can make that announcement.
Have you accepted your fate, Carol?
I have not.
Pretty please.
Well, one of the girls is not gonna be with us in my department, so I'm gonna be solo doing her job and my job, so it's gonna be more. Yeah, trying to find something to do. Yeah. I don't mind doing it till the time being.
You shouldn't say that. That's gonna be going on a while.
Maybe John can fill in from time to time. Shouldn't tell staff to figure that out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
And then lastly, I'd like to thank Jody for being on board, for her tenure here. We appreciate it. She thoroughly our conversations and insights.
Are you leaving?
Leaving, yeah.
She's got like kids and stuff.
2 kids next.
Husband's going back to college.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll miss all you guys, so it's been good working with the town.
Is this your last meeting?
It is my last.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Suggested to me that you get to have a placard.
Oh, really? That's exciting. I'll do that. Thank you.
That way your kids will know who you are.
They do. They do.
So with that, I think Kelly would like to jump.
Yeah,
Motion.
of course, I will motion to adjourn.
Before you do, I would just like to add that I have enjoyed working with Jody. And she is a hidden treasure here in Farmington. I'm hoping that in the future, you'll have a opportunity to come back and do some great things for the town.
Yeah, I plan on being here, so I'll keep my eyes posted as
Good.
life changes for me. Kids get older.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
We'll have to gotta keep your eyes peeled, because we'll keep that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
This list to me was second and none, so. So we had a motion for adjournment.
I'll
Trying to
second.
do What Ed does, but I'm blowing, so second, by Jody.
For my last meeting, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.